Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to learn Self Management Skills Session 2. So let's begin. Session 2, which is about demonstrate the ability to work independently. When we can plan and organize our day and task ourselves, initiate change to work practice or policies in our own personal working style. When we can understand the operational environment and adapt accordingly, then we are said to be demonstrate the ability to work independently. Then, what does it mean to be independent? It means one of the abilities that you need the most for success, it is work independently. A good start is by carefully thinking about your own learning style. To work independently means being self aware, self monitoring, self regulating, knowing what you need to do, working until the job is completed, accepting your mistakes without looking for excuse, not allowing self doubt or negative emotions affect your efficiency. Now let's see what are the skills needed to work independently. Whether you call it freelancing or working independently or self employment, the important thing is that you are able to work efficiently. To be able to work independently for yourself, you should have some skills. Then let's see what are the necessary skills that you need to have to be able to work independently. Organizational skills. You should know what to do, where to start, and when to finish. To do any work properly, a certain degree of organizational skills is an essential requirement to know where everything is and how to finish everything on time. Multitasking ability. Multitasking ability is definitely a must have skill you will be thankful for a successful career. Often you need to do several things at once. You cannot just work on one project and start looking for your next project after finishing the first one. You will always have to run through a constant cycle of self promotion and work. Discipline. Discipline is the most important skill to keep you on track for the successful completion of work at hand. You should be able to tell yourself when it is time to work, to actually sit behind your desk and to really start working. Communication skills. Good communication skills help you to convey your opinions to others with clarity. Many people choose to work independently because they know that they can communicate tactically. An honest and tactful opinion will help you in getting work done easily. Ability to compromise. Most people choose to work independently in order to be able to set their high standards. But what is really going to happen in reality? Compromising is a very important aspect if you want to keep clients happy and satisfied with your work and services. Self awareness. Self awareness helps in knowing ourselves better. Self awareness is to have a clear perception of our personality. It is to be our strength, weakness, thoughts, beliefs, motivations, and emotions. Self awareness allows us to understand other people, how they perceive us, and our attitude and our response towards them. We might quickly assume that we are self aware, but it is helpful that to have a relative scale for awareness. Developing self awareness. Self awareness is developed through practice in focusing our attention on the details of our personality and behavior. It cannot be learned from reading a book. When we read a book, we are focusing our attention on the conceptual ideas in the book. With our attention in a book, we are practicing not paying attention to our own behavior, emotions, and personality. Making changes in our behavior is much easier to do when we catch them early in the dynamic before the momentum of thought and emotions has gathered. The changes in our mind and behaviors become simple and easy when we develop self awareness. Developing self awareness can help in recognizing when we are under stress. There are four types of self awareness: self awareness of strengths, weaknesses, flaws, and emotional trigger. Motivation. What is motivation? The word motivate means to move, to activate. Anything that initiates activity, whether external or internal, is motivating. Motivation is the purpose towards an action. Motivation can be categorized in two types: intrinsic motivation and extrinsic motivation. Let's see what it means. Intrinsic motivation is the motivation that is driven by an interest or enjoyment in the task itself. It is free from any desire for reward. Intrinsic motivation is a natural motivation tendency which arises from the feelings of having things under control. Extrinsic motivation. This motivation comes from outside of the individual. Common extrinsic motivations are rewards in the form of money for showing the desired behavior. Competition is also an extrinsic motivator because it encourages the performer to win. Now let's see what is self-motivation. Self-motivation is ability to do what needs to be done and is a force that keeps pushing us to go on and achieve our goals. It is our internal drive to keep moving forward. It is a fundamental tool for reaching our goals. With self motivation, you will learn and grow regardless of the specific situation. That is why it is such a fundamental tool for reaching your goals, achieving your dreams, and succeeding in this journey of life. 8 steps to self motivation. Start simple. Keep motivators around your work area. Keep good company. Make more regular encounters with positive and motivated people. Keep learning. Read and try to take in everything you can. The more you learn, the more confident you become in starting projects. See the good in bad. When encountering obstacles or challenging goals, you want to be in the habit of finding what works to get over them. Stop thinking. Just do the work. Know yourself. Keep notes on when your motivation sucks and when you feel like a superstar. Track your progress. Keep a tally or a progress bar for ongoing project. Help others. Helping others actually helps yourself. And share your ideas. Help friends get motivated. Self-regulation. Self-regulation is the ability to manage your own energy states, emotions, behavior, and your attention. Self-regulation is like an invisible magic. You cannot see it or smell it, but its effects are amazing. It can transform fat into slim, ignorant into expert, poor into rich. If you really want to succeed at a task, then self regulation is essential. It is easy to feel that success comes easily, that it is just a question of self belief. Now, let's look into strategies for self regulation. If self regulation is so important, why most of us never taught strategies for using this skill? Most often, we all expect to do this naturally. While this is true for the most part, all children and adults can benefit from learning these strategies for self-regulation. First strategy, mindfulness. Mindfulness involves the cultivation of moment-to-moment awareness through deep breathing. acceptance and problem solving. Another strategy for self regulation is acceptance of a situation and then finding ways. Till the time we accept a problem, we will not get down to find its solution. Setting goals, monitoring progress, these all are the some strategies for self regulation. That's all about demonstrate the ability to work independently.